Have you ever imagined stumbling across giant, perfectly round stone balls just sitting there in a dense jungle? We're talking tons of sculpted rock, seemingly out of place, maybe holding secrets from some ancient vanished civilization.
It's a powerful image, isn't it?
It really is. And today, that's exactly what we're diving into. The enigmatic stone spheres of Costa Rica, also known as the Diquis spheres.
Right. And our mission here really is to be your shortcut to understanding these incredible artifacts. We're going to unpack the knowns and, well, the many unknowns.
From their origins, their purpose.
Exactly. All the way to their dramatic, almost cinematic discovery and what they actually mean to Costa Rica today. We've pulled together a whole range of sources for research papers, archaeological findings, cultural accounts, trying to get to the heart of this mystery.
It is a genuine puzzle. I mean, we're talking about over 300 of these spheres. And they range from, surprisingly small, just a few centimeters across.
Tiny, some of them.
It's absolutely colossal. When I first read about them, I just couldn't shake the image of finding one, this massive, perfect shape deep in the jungle. What would that even feel like?
Yeah, it would definitely be something. And to really picture it, these spheres are mostly found down in the Diquis Delta region, southern Costa Rica. You have to imagine this area centuries ago, not farmland, but dense, sprawling, almost impenetrable tropical rainforest.
So vibrant, completely different from today.
Completely. A stark contrast.
And it was that very change, clearing that ancient forest that, well, kicked off the whole story for us, really. It's almost like something from a movie.
It really is.
These aren't artifacts dug up carefully by archaeologists on some planned expedition. No, they were first really brought to light back in the 1930s.
Right, the 30s.
And not by academics, but by workers for the United Fruit Company.
Yeah.
They were literally clearing rainforest, bulldozing land for huge banana plantations.
And just stumbled upon them.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine the shock. Just boom, there they are.
The shock, yes, but also, unfortunately, chaos followed. It's a really sad part of their story. Well, the initial reaction wasn't exactly careful preservation, the bulldozers. They just pushed these incredible artifacts aside. A lot of damage was done right there. And it gets worse. Fueled by these local stories, legends, really, about hidden gold inside the spheres.
Gold inside the stone.
Yeah, that was the rumor. So some workmen actually started drilling holes into them, even using dynamite to blow them open, hoping to find treasure.
Dynamite. Oh, that's heartbreaking.
It really is. Many were destroyed that way before the authorities could finally step in and stop it.
Yeah.
It's honestly amazing so many survived, given everything.
Wow.
But impressively, some of those dynamited spheres, the broken pieces, they've been painstakingly put back together. You can see them now in the National Museum of Costa Rica.
That's something, at least. But still, you can almost hear future archaeologists just groaning. But okay, here's where it gets kind of fascinating. On a more, let's say, personal level for Costa Ricans, a good number of these amazing ancient sculptures ended up as, get this, lawn decorations.
No way. Really?
Yes. For Tico citizens, that's what Costa Ricans call themselves. Across the country. Imagine having one of these ancient, mysterious orbs just sitting on your front lawn next to the garden gnomes.
Huh. That's quite a picture.
It just shows how they sort of captured the imagination, even outside of museums and official places.
That's true. And what's really remarkable, beyond the crazy discovery story, is just their physical presence, the challenge of making them.
Right. You mentioned the sizes.
Yeah, they range from, like you said, a few centimeters up to an incredible 2.66 meters in diameter. It's about 8.7 feet, taller than most people.
And heavy.
Oh, incredibly heavy. The largest can weigh up to 15 tons.
15 tons, yeah.
Heavier than an empty school bus, just to give you an idea.
Wow. And the material?
Most are sculpted from this rock called gabbro. It's a coarse-grained, igneous rock, super tough, dense stuff, kind of similar to basalt. A smaller number, maybe a dozen or so, are made from limestone that's rich in shells, and another dozen from sandstone. But the key thing for understanding the effort involved, that gabbro, the main material, it came from hills several kilometers away.
Several kilometers, so they had to move these massive stones.
Exactly. Transported across difficult, jungly terrain, probably without wheels or draft animals as we know them.
My mind just goes straight to the how. How on earth did they make these? We're talking ancient people way before metal tools were common there.
Well, the presumed method is pretty incredible in itself, basically hammering natural boulders with other harder rocks, shaping them bit by bit. Hammering, pecking, grinding, and then polishing them smooth with sand. Think about the sheer labor involved. The dedication, the precision needed, especially without metal tools.
It's staggering. Not just one or two, but hundreds. It implies, what, dedicated teams? Maybe working over generations?
It certainly suggests a huge investment of time, resources, human effort, a monumental undertaking focused on creating these spheres.
And you said the finish varies.
Yeah, that's interesting too. The degree of finishing, the precision, it's not uniform across all of them. And we even find unfinished spheres, sort of abandoned mid-process, still up in those hills where the gabbro came from. Gives us little clues about how they did it.
So who were these incredible craftspeople?
Right, the big question. Archaeological evidence points pretty firmly to the extinct Diquis culture. They flourished right there in that region, roughly between 600 and 1500 CE.
600 to 1500 CE.
Yeah, and we have related finds from their different phases, like the Aguas Buenas period, that's earlier, say 300 to 800 CE, and then the later Chiriqui period, from 800 up to around 1550 CE, near the time of Spanish contact.
So the Diquis culture, they weren't just making spheres then, they were advanced in other ways.
Oh, absolutely. We know they built complex villages, some with quite sophisticated stone foundations. They were also master goldsmiths, creating really intricate gold jewelry.
Ah, the gold connection again, maybe fueling those later treasure myths.
Possibly, yeah. And they made beautiful pottery, too. It paints a picture of a pretty complex society.
Does that suggest, maybe, a highly layered society?
Yeah.
Or something more communal? I mean, the kind of coordinated effort needed for these spheres, it feels massive.
That's a really good point. The scale, the consistency of the sphere production, alongside their other achievements in building and metalwork, it strongly suggests a highly organized society.
Right.
One capable of managing large-scale labor projects, supporting specialized craftspeople. You'd need some kind of leadership structure to mobilize all those resources, direct that communal effort towards something so specific.
Okay, so it's sophisticated, organized society.
Yeah.
But the biggest question still hangs there, doesn't it?
Why?
Exactly. Why did they pour all this effort into making giant stone balls?
And that is the enduring mystery. Despite everything we've learned about their skills and their culture, the exact purpose, we just don't know for sure. The Diquis culture essentially disappeared after the Spanish conquest.
And no written records, you said.
Crucially, no written records. So archaeologists have to rely on interpretation, on hypotheses based on where the spheres were found, their context. And there are several compelling theories floating around.
Okay, let's hear them. What's the leading idea?
Well, one strong possibility, and it feels quite plausible, is that they were status symbols.
Ah, okay. Like showing off power.
Pretty much. Imagine standing in one of their villages, maybe near the chief's house or in a main plaza, and seeing these huge, perfectly formed stones lined up.
Yeah, that would definitely make a statement.
A powerful visual statement, reinforcing the status of the elite, signaling the importance of that place, that leader, that community.
Okay, makes sense. What else?
Another really fascinating idea, the one that always grabs my imagination, is potential astronomical alignment.
Ooh, like Stonehenge, but with spheres.
Sort of, yeah. Some spheres that were found still in their original arrangements seem to line up with important astronomical events. Things like solstices or equinoxes.
So maybe used as giant calendars?
Could be. Perhaps to track time for planting and harvesting crops, or maybe marking specific ceremonial dates during the year. There's even speculation they might represent solar systems, or maybe just symbolize the sun and moon phases, connecting the Earth to the cosmos.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Any other big theories?
There's a more recent hypothesis, this one from Costa Rican architect Melissa Rudin Hernandez. She dives a bit deeper into the spiritual side.
Go on.
She suggests the spheres might have been an artistic, symbolic, even spiritual creation representing the universe itself. Or maybe like a center of the world within the Diquis or pre-Brunca spirituality.
A cosmic significance, then. I like that. It feels profound.
It does. It gives these silent stones a deeper meaning, connecting their physical shape to a whole belief system we can only guess at.
Are there any more practical theories?
Yes, definitely. We shouldn't overlook the idea that some of the solitary spheres, the ones found alone, might simply have served as territorial markers, like boundary stones between different groups or land areas.
Okay, so status, astronomy, spirituality, territory. Lots of possibilities.
Exactly. And maybe it wasn't just one thing. Maybe they served multiple purposes depending on where they were placed or when they were used.
Right. But if we pull back, look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Whatever their specific function was, one thing seems crystal clear.
What's that?
Their creation was this massive communal effort. It demanded incredible technical skill, really sophisticated social organization, and I guess a deep knowledge of geology, where to find the right stone, how to work it.
Absolutely.
These spheres, they're just a profound testament to the ingenuity and the capabilities of the Diquis culture, aren't they? A silent voice, but speaking volumes about how advanced they were.
Well said. And their journey after creation, from antiquity to becoming a national symbol, it's a whole other story, marked by neglect, but also renewed scientific interest.
Right, you mentioned the discovery in the 30s. When did scientists actually start looking at them seriously?
It happened relatively quickly after that initial discovery, actually. A woman named Doris Stone published some findings in 1943.
Okay.
And her work caught the attention of Samuel Kirkland Lothrop, who was from Harvard's Peabody Museum. Lothrop's work in 1948 was really foundational. He focused on documenting the spheres that were still in situ, in their original spots.
Before they got moved or blown up?
Precisely. Trying to map their arrangements, understand their context before it was lost. Crucial work.
But then things went quiet for a while, right?
Incredibly quiet, almost a 50-year gap with very little dedicated research. It's kind of amazing to think about now.
Why the gap? Lack of funding? Interest?
Probably a combination of factors, but thankfully things picked up again in the 1990s. And since about 2002, there's been continuous research, especially by Costa Rican archaeologists like Francisco Corrales and Adrian Badia from the National Museum.
And they've made progress.
Definitely. A really significant moment was at the Finca 6 site, Farm 6, basically where they actually discovered a sphere still in situ back in 2007, found during a proper scientific excavation.
Ah, that's key, finding one undisturbed.
Absolutely crucial. It helps understand the original placement, the context, and that helps us theorize about the purpose.
So all this work, this renewed focus, it eventually led to bigger recognition.
It really did. It culminated in, well, two major things happening close together in 2014. First, in June, the whole area, the pre-Columbian chiefdom settlements with the stone spheres, was added to the UNESCO World Heritage List.
That's huge
Global
recognition.
Huge, acknowledging their universal value. And then, just a month later, July 2014, the spheres themselves were officially declared a national symbol of Costa Rica.
Wow, UNESCO and a national symbol all in one summer.
Pretty much, solidifying their place not just in ancient history, but right at the heart of Costa Rica's modern identity.
And you really see that now, don't you? Their presence in the culture.
You do. They're common icons. You'll see them installed in important government buildings, the Legislative Assembly, the Supreme Court. They inspire modern artists, sculptors, architects, and of course, they're proudly displayed in museums, both in Costa Rica and even internationally, letting people like us ponder their mystery.
Is it possible for tourists to go see them easily?
It's getting easier. Archaeological tourism is still relatively new in Costa Rica compared to, say, the nature tourism. But Farm 6, that site I mentioned, it's open to visitors now for a small fee.
Oh.
And there are plans, future plans, to open up other nearby sites too, potentially for larger scale tourism. Yeah. It's a great chance for people to connect directly with this incredible heritage, stand right there among those silent giants.
Okay, before we wrap up, we have to touch on some of the wilder ideas, the myths that inevitably spring up around mysteries like this.
Ah, yes. The fun stuff.
You hear things like, we came from Atlantis, or they were naturally formed, just weird geology.
Right, the naturally formed one comes up a lot.
And my personal favorite is a local legend about the native people having some kind of magic potion to soften the rock.
Haha. The rock softening potion. It's a classic. You hear similar stories about ancient stonework elsewhere, too.
It's understandable, though, isn't it? People trying to explain something so extraordinary.
Absolutely. But scientifically speaking, we need to gently debunk these.
Okay, let's do it.
Well, the natural formation idea doesn't hold up when you see unfinished spheres in quarries clearly being worked on.
Right, clear tool marks, basically.
Exactly. And the rock softening potion. Well, okay, technically, some acidic plant stuff might affect limestone, and a few spheres are limestone.
Only a few, though.
Right. The vast majority are that super tough gabbro, igneous rock. It's highly resistant to acid. So the potion theory just doesn't work for most of them.
Okay, myth busted.
Yeah.
What about the idea that they're perfectly round? You hear that all the time. Flawless spheres.
Yeah, that's another persistent one. Perfect. But when archaeologists actually measure them carefully...
Not quite perfect.
Not in a strict mathematical sense.
Mhm.
Measurements show variations in diameter, sometimes over 5 centimeters. They are incredibly spherical, astonishingly so for the tools they had, but perfect is probably an exaggeration.
And erosion would play a part too, right? After
Mhm.
centuries.
A huge part. Exposure to the elements, damage during discovery, being moved around. It makes it impossible to know their exact original shape down to the millimeter.
So even those early researchers like Lothrop, who talked about precision.
Yeah, looking back, some of those early claims of hyperprecision were likely due to, well, misinterpreting the limits of their measurement tools. They were using junks and calipers, not modern lasers.
Right.
That reported precision to 3 decimal places. It was likely an average or maybe wishful thinking based on less precise methods. So maybe remarkably round is a better description than perfect. Still amazing, just not mathematically flawless.
Okay, good distinction. But let's end the myth busting with a really beautiful one. A culturally significant story.
Oh yeah, yes, from the Bree people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the Bree cosmogony, a worldview also shared by the Kabikaras and other groups, the spheres have a name. They're Tara's cannonballs.
Kahara's cannonballs.
Tara, or Tlachke, the god of thunder. The story goes he used a giant blowpipe
Blow.
to shoot these stone balls at the Circes, who were the gods of winds and hurricanes, to drive them out of the land.
Wow, what a powerful image. Thunder god fighting wind gods with giant stone spheres.
Isn't it? It's just a vivid, amazing narrative that connects these physical objects directly to the deepest spiritual beliefs, the creation story of a culture that still exists today. It gives the stones a voice, in a way.
That's beautiful. A much richer explanation than Atlantis, I'd say.
Agreed. So as we wrap up this deep dive then, it's clear the stone spheres of Costa Rica are just multifaceted. They're a testament to ancient ingenuity, absolutely. They're still a genuine archaeological puzzle, and they're obviously a huge source of national pride. We've kind of followed their journey from creation to jungle discovery, the sad destruction of some, the painstaking scientific work, and finally, this global recognition. They really are a potent reminder of the incredible sophistication that existed in pre-Columbian America.
They truly are. These spheres, they look simple on the surface, but they're profoundly complex. They remind us that even without writing things down, ancient cultures could convey deep meaning, demonstrate incredible skill and organization.
A silent voice, like you said.
Exactly, a silent, ancient voice from the past, but it speaks volumes about human creativity, social structure, and maybe a connection to the world, the cosmos that we've lost.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder.
What else is out there?
Yeah. What other enduring mysteries like this are still waiting, maybe hidden in plain sight? And what does it really mean for us today, not just to find them, but to protect them and really listen to what these silent histories have to teach us?